Joseph, sabre, just put me in the picture here. What's the difference between normal fencing and sabre fencing? And
we actually have 3 blades. I'm doing épée and sabre. Épée you can hit from head to toe. Sabre's only hit the part where you've got a foil lame on it. It's actually the upper body and the mask only.
You're preparing for the national rankings. This is the first weekend, I think, in December. Just tell us a little bit about that and what sort of your hopes are for that.
Obviously, I hope to win. I'm actually second in senior in South Africa as well. And we try and get as many fences as possible, beginners, if you have experience or not, because the more fences, the better points you receive.
Now, you both are quite young. It's always seen as a sport for older people. Is that accurate? And how did you, Joseph, how did you start in this sport?
I was from school with my friend, who's also my teammate and best friend. And then we were walking past a hall in Soweto when we had metal blades hitting against each other. We went to the hall to check out what was going on, only to find that it was fencing. So we asked the guys, okay, what's the sport called? I said, it's fencing. Can we join? They said, how old are you? Told them our age. We were around 8, 9 by the time. And we joined the fencing. So ever since we've been fencing, we've enjoyed the sport quite a lot, and we've achieved a lot again. Yeah.
Just, Daniella, explain to, I think, the lay person, we're seeing some pictures now rolling of people fencing and fighting. For us, it would be sword fighting and that sort of thing. But just explain to us how the sport works and what people should be looking out for.
It's quite a technical sport, and if you don't know what's happening, it's just people jumping back and forth. But there's a whole lot of technicality that goes into the movements that you do and how you apply your knowledge. And it's not who's the better fencer; it's who's the smarter fencer.
Okay, so it takes a bit of intelligence then to come out on top. And what role does experience, Joseph, play in this? Do you need years and years of experience in order to be better, or some people just have a natural aptitude for it?
I can say some are born for it, some need experience, as you say. Reason why, let's say, I've been fencing for 2 years and you find someone who's been fencing for 15 years, been to most of the Olympic Games. That person by age can be older than you, can be younger, quicker, faster, smarter, but that person, because he's got experience, he can just demolish it just like that, because the experience that he comes with will be the one against you.
Daniella, how fit does a fencer have to be? I mean, you both look young and fit. Do you do gym work? Is there specific training programs, or is it just a question of technical ability and focusing on that?
At the level right now, it's technical ability. However, you really do need a gym because your one side of your body develops compared to your other side. So, I mean, a lot of women actually have a problem because their one leg's a lot bigger than their other.
Is
so you
that so?
have to gym. You really do.
I've never noticed that women have.
It's quite a problem.
Okay, I'm going to definitely have a look out for that in the future. This tournament that's coming up, how are you preparing for it, and what are your hopes for it?
Yes, I'm preparing for it. If I could finish the season, the top ranked, I'm number 1 at the moment. If I could finish the season in that sport and making sure that next year I try to push the gap and in preparation for the World Championships and African Championships. Those are the most important ones, and hopefully try to get sponsorship to try to go all these international tournaments to qualify for the Olympic Games, because that's the long goal term I'm looking to plan ahead for.
Daniella, how difficult is it sport for a young woman to get involved in? I've got a daughter who wants to be a ballerina, but I think this might be a lot better for her. What do you think?
Well, our women's épée team had quite a strong chance of making the Olympics, and we just missed out. So, I mean, we're getting closer and closer. South Africa is developing. It's a good sport for women to get into because, I mean, it makes you more concentrated and it helps you with school and it helps you focus a lot better.
She definitely needs that. I think I'm going to take her up on the fencing. But just tell us, Joe, what are the main challenges that a fencer in South Africa faces to make it to the very top?
I can say sponsorship is the most crucial one, because you have to struggle to get sponsorship. Most of the tournaments, you travel it around South Africa, and the expenses there one cannot afford, more especially those who are from the disadvantaged families, from Soweto, such as stuff like that. So I can say sponsorship is a difficult problem.
Sponsorship is one of the I suppose all all the smaller sports. Is that a case? All the smaller sports are really
Yeah.
battling against the bigger sports in South Africa to find sponsorship, isn't it?
Definitely, but we're very lucky. We're with a company called the Big League, who give us opportunities to really promote our sport. And the Big League really does help us and help us get noticed by people who don't really see fencing as quite an interesting sport.
Yeah, it's management companies have to really put the sports on the map in order to make it more attractive
Exactly.
for sponsors. Well, what are your hopes, guys? Are we going to see you at the Olympics in Brazil?
Oh yeah,
Definitely, sure.
definitely.
Well, that's fantastic. We've got two of South Africa's very best young fencers. It's Daniella Klonarides and Joseph Maluleke. Remember those names. You might be seeing them in the future when it comes to medal time at the Olympics in Brazil.